knowing that there's people going to read this information. So that's the information. That's his research. Not going to talk to Skip, you with the Golden State Warriors. Do you know how much money these professional franchises spend in medical to get the best of the best? People would spend thousands and thousands of dollars just to get an opportunity to talk to a James Andrews or a Stedman Hawkins clinic or go to Dr. Neil Elatrage.
I totally agree.
You got them at your disposal.
The top of the top.
Yes, Skip, you have them at your disposal, but you haven't talked to them. You go on the internet and read in these dark chat rooms where I heard they have you growing a third eye or you might be growing a trunk like an elephant. Man, get out of here. And
Andrew concludes, hopefully there's a lot of people out there that are stronger than me and keep fighting and stand for what they believe, and hopefully. So
no way you're not strong, you fronting. Because if you're strong, Skip, if you believe in that, you stick to it. Say, I believe in this, I'm going away.
Yep.
Muhammad Ali's willing to put his gloves up, Skip. 3 years in his prime, his absolute prime. He said, I'm not going. Andrew Wiggins, if you that devout in that, you believe in that, Kyrie, y'all believe in that, if y'all that serious about that,
yep,
shut it down.
Ali was conscientiously objecting, as he said, I got no beef with those Viet Cong.
Right.
You can do it on spiritual grounds or just moral grounds.
Right.
I don't have any quarrel with them.
Correct. Right.
This is different because this is not a me thing. This is a we thing. Because the smartest people in place in our society in medical positions are saying vaccination is the only way. Dr. Fauci obviously is saying it's just the only way.
Right.
Masks and vaccinations are the only way to defeat this. And yet we have holdouts. And now I move to Kyrie. I love Kyrie Irving as a basketball player. You know, I'm his biggest fan. He was born with an elite gift, a top of the top kind of gift.
Yes.
A handle that, again, he's worked hard at his craft. But listen, as you know, I'm just not sure I've ever seen anybody who could handle the basketball the way Uncle Drew can.
Right.
And when he did play last year, which was 54 games, he made 51% of his shots from the floor, which was career high, 40% from three, and 92% a career high from the free throw line. That's 50, 40, 90. And as you know, that's a very elite
and a whole lot of guys done that.
So we get that. Kyrie has made $159 million in his career, stands to make 35, stands to lose 15.6 if he sort of objects to the vaccination.
Right.
And yet, to your point, if you had given me a list going into this of players that I thought would be the last holdout against getting vaccinated, he would be at the top.
He'd be the first one.
Because he is that guy. He is about conspiracy theories. He's about, as he gets derisively called,
or as he says, thinking outside the box.
Yes. He is world be flat. He is UFOs. He is Illuminati. And I love it that he thinks hard. He's got, to me, I don't know what their IQs, but his would be at the top of the list in IQ. But sometimes his brain isn't attached to the kind of maturity that should be coming along as he goes. He's about to turn 30 years of age. He's 29. And my friend Tom House always talks about suspended adolescence, where you're never forced to grow up.
Right.
And I just feel like Kyrie hasn't been forced to grow up because he's been pretty blessed all along. And because he is such a deep thinker, he wants to be the last holdout. And he says, I don't want to be a distraction, yet in the end, he really wants to be the ultimate distraction.
Yes.
He wants the spotlight on him, and right now he's got the spotlight completely on him.
So he didn't want to be a distraction. So what do you think was going to happen when you don't tell your coach or you don't tell the organization that you're leaving for a week or you're leaving for 5-6 days? So what did you think that was going to be? You think, oh, you know what, the media's like, oh, that's cool. I mean, that happens all the time. Guys don't show up for work. Where? What job can you have and you don't call and say, I'm taking an absence or I'm leaving or there's something going on, and you can just come right back and pick back up? At what job?
Trust me, you cannot.
Yes.
You cannot.
Forget the highest level to the bottom level. No. And I'm not trying to say whether you work in a mail room, you work at a fast food restaurant.
That is correct.
Just cannot just leave.
So here we have Kyrie Irving as one of the 3 stars of a team that Fox Bet says is the odds-on favorite to win it all this year.
That's correct.
It's a very special time for that team, and it's because Kyrie was the initiator. He's the one who said, Kevin, we got to go to Brooklyn.
Correct.
Not the Knicks. We got to go to Brooklyn.
Right.
And Kevin, who goes right along with Kyrie, he seems to be the more dominant force of that twosome. Mm-hmm. Okay, if you say Brooklyn, let's do Brooklyn.
Right.
And here Brooklyn sits with James Harden and Kevin and Kyrie and some pretty good pieces around them. They added Patty Mills, as you know, and LaMarcus. And so all of a sudden, even you concur for the most part, as much as you love the Lakers, they should be favored right now.
And that's the conundrum that the Brooklyn Nets are in, Skip. Everybody else was wanting to get an interview with Kyrie, with Kevin Durant. And they said, you know, they call the Brooklyn Nets and say, we're coming. Okay. Well, I mean,
thank you, God.
Well, I mean, think about the free agent. You're a free agent. Pat Mahomes is a free agent. He picks up the phone and he calls his team, I'm coming to join you.
Yep.
Oh, what do you say? So now we're in a situation, Skip. We got two guys that chose us. We didn't choose them. They chose us. The dominant guy, many has him as the best player. His best friend, what do? How can you put your foot down without stepping on the other guy and upsetting him as well? So that's because if it was anybody else, get the vaccine or we're going to have to move on. It's simple.
But Kyrie delights. His goal in life, it feels like to me, is it goes beyond winning another NBA championship, because obviously he and LeBron won one. But he wants to be that rebel with a cause. He wants to be that mold shatterer. He wants to be that dissenter who thinks deeper and says, no, you people don't see the forest for the trees. This is the truth. Well, I'm fine with all that, but you can't do it within the confines of a team and a league that are under threat from the latest COVID variant.
Skip, people, I mean, they kill me about, they trying to, trust me, if the U.S. wanted to kill you, they went and got Osama bin Laden 5,000 miles away with heavy security in a place where nobody knew. And they went and got him. You got a cell phone. Trust me. If they wanted to get you, they'd have got you a long time ago.
So he seems to be the last holdout. And I think this is a huge threat to the ability of the Nets to win this year. Because clearly it's going to create havoc and problems. And the more offended he is going to get, the more he's going to hold out against this. And to me, this is the biggest threat to the Nets now, is Kyrie even beyond.
He getting the vaccine. And Kyrie go get the vaccine and play.
Yeah.
And you talk about Andrew Wiggins, talk about they forced. They didn't open your mouth. They didn't strap you down and give you a shot. They say, here's your options. It's two pills, A or B. A, don't get vaccine. B, get vaccine and play. Those are two options they gave you. You could take one or the other. They didn't strap you down. They didn't open your mouth. They didn't waterboard you. You had a choice. You got smart. Ain't nobody walking away from $15 million.
I'm not sure Kyrie's going to take it. I'm just not sure. Because he loves the position he's in. You know it, and I know it.
But he's in a position of weak. He ain't in a position of strength.
Okay.
Because guess what?
I hope you're right.
The NBA will going to continue to go on.
Yep.
Michael Jordan retired. Larry Bird retired.
Definitely.
Kareem, Magic, all the greats better than Kyrie. Tim Duncan, Shaq, Kobe. They retired, and the NBA still kept playing.
Shannon Sharp retired, and guess what happened?
NBA.
It's still going.
Peyton Manning, John Elway, Emmitt Smith. Yes.
Someday Tom Brady will finally say that's enough, and trust me, it will go right on.
And we saw some of the young guns look like the NFL is going to be in great hands. Going to be in great hands.
Fairly young gun last night, and he just looked sensational.
He looked sensational.
He did. So the future is in good hands, even after Tom Brady.
And now, Skip, ain't nobody doing no more research. I mean, the vaccine has been out since the beginning of the year. There are enough people that you could talk to. If you, I want to do some more research. You don't want to do no more research. You want to get on Google. Go to talk to one of your health officials that work for your team, one of the doctors. You got the best of the best.